So I pulled it tight, and I'm going to tie a knot and push it down as close as I can. Pull my yarn out. There's your head. Now I'm going to get my stuffing. I'll be right back. And I also grabbed my tapestry needle, and I'm going to go ahead and stuff my head. So you can stuff your head until, it suits you. And then I'm going to sew it shut. And you know what? I probably shouldn't have tied the yarn off till I sewed it shut, but that's okay. I'm going to take my needle. Let me go ahead and put some of this green yarn on there and sew that shut. I put my tail in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the front two and the underneath, 2 strands in the front, 2 strands in the back, because you can see that I have the eyes on the top of my head, and I'm just squishing it right here to close together. I'm going to tie a knot to close it. And I'm just going to stick it in there. So if I would have made a longer tail, I wouldn't have had to cut a piece. I could have just grabbed it right from the source. And I'm going to go in one side. So I'm kind of going to go back and forth instead of over. Going back and forth. Now I'm going to leave this yarn on here because I'm going to tie a knot here because once I get done sewing him to the body, when I tack it here on the top, I'm going to use this color. I'm going to tie a knot here just to, like I always do, push it close to my work. Hold it tight. And I'm going to put his head to the side. Now, you can get your 4 legs. I only have one. You can get your 4 legs. I'm going to take this tapestry needle. Cut me some of this yarn that I used on the shell. Thread my needle, and I'm going to decide, let's see, so when I sew it together, I'm probably going to sew it together like this. So I'm going to have the head here, right on the other side of this. That's just my personal preference, how I can tell how it's going to look. And then I'm going to put my legs where I'm going to want them. So I'm going to have the head here. So I think I'm going to want one leg here. And I'm going to just sew it on. I think they call this tacking it on, because I'm just going to tack it on here. And then when I sew the body, or I'm sorry, the top and the bottom part of the shell together, I will go through the leg also. But this holds it where I want it. And I'm not putting a lot on the inside because I want the majority of it to be on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here. So that my leg, I don't know if you want to call it a leg, it's thin, is nice and secure. That was not meant to go on the other side. There we go. And you're going to want to tack all of your legs on the same way, okay? So my head will be here. And remember, this is your right side. So make sure you sew your leg on that side. So my head is going to be here, right here. So I'd sew another leg here, one here, one here, and I'm going to sew the tail here in the back. And then go ahead and tie a knot here. Now the tail has these two strands that are nice and long. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go underneath one strand here and one strand here. It could be any strand, but I don't want it to go all the way through to the other side because I'm using this green yarn. I'm going to pull it through, pull one strand through both of those. Then I'm going to go in where I pulled it through at and go underneath the same two. Grab the other piece of yarn and pull it through. Now you can see how that is on each side, and I can pull these and pull that tight. It's on there nice and secure. And I'm going to tie a knot and another knot. So when I go to sew it together, these pieces will be on the inside, and I can just sew through the tail two stitches and hold it in place. So go ahead and sew all of your legs and everything on. And I'm going to go ahead and start this so I can show you what it's going to look like. So I have my long tail that I left on the top of my turtle. And then I go ahead and thread it. Okay. Now, whoops. Let me see here. I am going to sew my head on after I close it up. Okay. I have my end here. I want this end to be right here with it. So now, like I said, I'm going to want to sew through two of these. I'm just going to go ahead and go through my tail. And when I sew it together, I'm going to go underneath two loops. I'm going to hold it together like this. I'm going to go under two and come out here under two. And I'm going to go in this way, turn, go in this way. And then I'm going to go in here and go through the one straight across. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Now you're going to keep doing this, and when you get here, just make sure that you have these together and that you go through your fins. And I'm not going to go any further because I need to sew my fin there, okay? And then when it's all together, make sure that you stuff it before you close it off. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make it faster for you so you don't have to watch me make those other legs. Then when it's all sewed together, you're going to go down here at the front of your turtle, right here, because you sewed it together. Just go in, you're going to sew your turtle on. Your turtle head on. Now you are going to have it stuffed, so, just hold on to it and go in and come out. You can sew the head on before. As you can see, that's what I'm doing. So before you sew it together, if you find that's easier. Okay, so now I'm just going to go into the head of the turtle, and I'm going to come up at the back of its head right here, pull it out. Now I'm just going to tack it. See, that's just tacking it when you just do that. So that the head stays sitting up. Pull it tight. I'm just going to come out over here. You can come out anywhere you want to on your head. Just pull it tight. You can see that his head now is staying up really nicely. And then I'm just going to tie a knot so that it stays secure. And that's your turtle. Your turtle is done. So I'm going to finish him up. Your turtle should be done. I always tie a knot and push it down as close to my work as I can. And then I'm just going to put my needle in here, come out somewhere, pull it, and that just disappears into your turtle. Well, this is my own pattern, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too confusing with me not stopping or too long. Please feel free to fast forward. And you're going to have a cute turtle. Aren't they cute? Well, thank you very much for watching. You guys have a safe and great month, week, year. Remember that you're awesome, and I'll be back soon. Thank you. Bye.